Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just have an apology to make because it's a bit dark today. It's obviously about to literally pour down with rain. And yeah, it's a little bit on the dark side. So I do apologise for that. I can't really kind of, you know, do anything much because when I put the light on, I think it actually kind of makes the, you know, the glary kind of shadows and things like that actually worse. So we're going to have to kind of try and, you know, just craft on despite the kind of overcast day. So I do apologise for that. Right, I'm here again with my King Street journal and I haven't quite finished it. You know, I haven't really done any more since the last video, but I thought let's come along and decorate the cover. So I've got here some lace and things like that. Now I've also got here a snippet roll. Now we made this on film, although I'm not sure whether the film has gone up, if you see what I mean. It might be that the film actually hasn't gone up yet. So if you haven't seen it, it's coming, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just thought the colours in this snippet roll are just perfect for this journal. So I'd really like to kind of do the cover, you know, incorporating this snippet roll, or certainly a section of it. I'm not saying the whole thing, but certainly a section of it. So yeah, the cover has been, you know, made with an envelope, and then I've overlaid it with this lovely rich red fabric on both the inside and the outside. I haven't done the inside of the cover yet. You know, that's kind of something I still need to do. But yeah, I'm going to kind of cover or decorate the outside of the cover. And, you know, I really like to do these kind of quite heavily, well, embellished, I guess, covers and things like that, and just kind of layer up lots of lace and, you know, bits and pieces. So yeah, I haven't really got a plan, but I'm thinking, you know, let's just kind of go for it and see what we can kind of conjure up using obviously lots of the lace and things like that. So I've got a variety of like black and ivory, so hopefully we can kind of combine, you know, combine the two. So let's just have a look. And I'm kind of wondering, you know, if I could do something a little bit sort of, what's the word? You know, like ruffled up, so it looks a little bit like it's got like layers, you know, like this. If I could kind of put this down, you know, as if it's got sort of, not creases, but yeah, like it's folded over almost. I don't know whether, you know, whether that's really going to look very good, to be honest. But I mean, the snippet roll itself. Now, obviously, I've got all different parts to this snippet roll, so it's a case of picking the part that I think is going to be complementary to this journal. I mean, actually, as it happens, I just think this section here looks pretty good, doesn't it? So let's just cut this down on that section. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that just looks like it was kind of made for there, doesn't it? So yeah, I think that's going to work pretty nicely. Okay, and then yeah, I want to kind of layer up and just include other kind of laces and colours and things. So I'm just kind of having a look to see what other bits I've got laying about that I could just incorporate here. I mean, I don't necessarily want to cover up every single inch of that back. You know, it's probably best to have a bit of the back showing, but, you know, this background fabric showing. But yeah, I mean, on the whole, I'd quite like to get a lot of it covered. I do really quite like this lace that we've just kind of thrown here. So, do you know, I think what I'm going to do is just glue this down. And the reason I like to do that is because then I've kind of made a commitment to something on the cover. So I talk about doing this a lot because I find it's helpful to just have a starting point. If I have kind of bits that are just completely loose, you know, that I haven't glued anything down, it's almost like having too much choice then. So I think it's quite helpful to, you know, to get some bits glued down, and then you've got just somewhere to kind of work from. So we're just going to, yeah, glue this piece down like that. Okay. And yeah, I like that kind of layered up appearance that this now has. So I think that looks good. Now I'm not going to glue that down kind of properly yet, just in case I might want to have some more, you know, things going on there. Got this snippet roll, and the other thing, I probably want to put some lace running down the spine. So let's just have a quick look here. Could have this one. I mean, that looks quite nice, doesn't it, to be honest? It's just quite a sort of subtle coloured lace, so I think I'm going to do that along the spine now. Like I say, I've not glued this on because I'm not quite sure how I want that yet, so I might want to kind of have some bits tucked under it, so I'm leaving it kind of loose so that I can decide in a moment. So let's get this glued on here. Oops. Like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim it down here. Again, I mean, I don't mind if my lace is, you know, overhanging, that's fine. I don't want it too short, obviously, but if it's too long, I don't mind that. I think that's quite nice, to be honest. So I'm just going to then tuck it round at the back. Oops. Need to be careful because I just coffee sprayed this, so it's kind of drying. So let's just move that out the way. Okay. Put this on down there. And then just want to glue it on at the back. Okay, looking good, looking good. Right, let's just get rid of that bit of glue. Okay, right, turn it back over onto the, you know, the front cover. So bring that snippet roll in. Now I'm wondering whether I might like a bit of ruffle on that front cover as well. You know, because I want it to have lots of interest on the cover. I don't want it to look boring. I want it to have lots of busyness going on. Could kind of even have, oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, quite like that, I think. Now, would we have this? Whoops. Yes, I quite like that, I think. It's looking quite nice, isn't it? Now I'm just wondering whether I need to actually cut this section off of the snippet roll. I know that seems like a bit of a shame, but equally I don't want to kind of waste it if it doesn't, you know, if it's gotten, you know, lost under here. I'd rather cut it off and actually we could use this bit somewhere else, or, you know, in something else, than have it there hidden. So let's go in and just cut that bit off. Okie dokie. Yeah, because I mean, you know, obviously those snippet rolls, they're quite precious, aren't they? They take us a long time to make and, you know, have a lot of bits. Let me just raise this up slightly more because I'm struggling to obviously fit the whole thing in. Yeah, I definitely like the ruffle there, and I'm liking this. Now this keeps moving around because of course I've not fixed it down, but obviously that snippet roll is going to hold that in place. So yeah, I quite like that. Now I've also got obviously those jabbos and things like that. So let's just pull in a couple of our ready-made bits and pieces and see if we've got anything else that we could incorporate on here. Oh, this is a good colour, isn't it? It looks good on here. And then, ooh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, that's quite nice there. I mean, obviously that is covering my snippet roll a bit, which was exactly what I said I was trying not to do. But I do quite like how that looks. What do we think? Right, so I'm just wondering now whether I want to have any kind of closure glued under here. Just trying to think what closure I'm going to use. Now, I've bought some new closure things from Amazon the other day. Oh, I wonder where I put them, that's the question. Oh, not there. Oh, what have I done with them? I'm not sure, you know, what I've actually done with them. That's a bit annoying. You know when you order things and then you don't really get around to using them straight away? And I have this silly notion of putting them in a safe place, and you know, of course that's always a mistake, isn't it, to put anything in a safe place? It's just code for you're never going to find that. Right, let's have a look and see what this is, because I ordered a few different metal-y kind of things. Oh gosh, if I could actually get into the packet, that is. I think these are some locket type charm bits. Oh, they're all in individual wrappings. I mean, I know they probably think that's nice, but that's irritating, isn't it? Because they all need to come out separately. Oh, come on, come on. Let's look. Oh, there. Oh, I can't even really see. Well, that's strange, aren't they? Well, they're a bit like a locket. Oh, this is going to be a bit annoying if they're all in these individual packets. Let's just have a look through. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I can't actually even remember what these are. And now I'm thinking perhaps I ordered these from the Wish app. Yeah, I'm actually not too sure whether I might have ordered these from not Amazon at all, but maybe the Wish app. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, that's quite lovely, isn't it? Maybe we could have that as a charm, maybe with that one. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? Okay, yeah, I quite like those. So let's put these ones away. You know, I've kind of gone off at a tangent there because that wasn't what I was looking for at all, was it? I was looking for closure. Closure? No, I was looking for closures. I wasn't looking for closure. Although, who knows, maybe I will be after this video. Yes, I was looking for closures to use in here. And yeah, I then got completely sidetracked because I spotted those, which, you know, like I say, I can't actually even remember where I ordered them from now. Let me see whether I've got some bulb pins here. Oops. And I've also got a metal corner. So I'm going for the metal here. We're going all heavy metal on this. Oh dear, I'm coming out with all those absolutely rubbish jokes. Yeah, that's what they're meant to be, jokes. Just in case anyone's kind of, you know, not even grasping that, because I realise they're not necessarily funny, but they're what my son would be like, oh, stop it, mum. Stop with the mum jokes. Yep. Right. I do love a mum joke, don't you? Right. Let's just go in here. Okay, so this is going to then hold that black lace down where I hadn't kind of stitched that on properly. Stuck it on properly. So that's just going to kind of then hold it on properly. Okay. Yeah, love how that looks. And then, yeah, this ruffle, I'm kind of thinking, put that there. Although, to be honest, it was better kind of a bit further back. But then I have this little space. Admittedly, I have got that jabbo now. I wonder if we should have it that way. Oh, decisions, honestly. Let's get the fabric ruffle glued down. So, yeah, let's just pop that down here. Okay. Oops. Like that. I do love a fabric ruffle, don't you? I mean, they just look so lovely, so pretty. And to be honest, you know, they're one of those items that they just always kind of finish things off so well. You know, just to add kind of an extra thing, don't they? So yeah, I do always really love them. Right, now this I'd kind of pulled in. Oh, I don't know. Right, let me just hang those little charms off before I forget what I was doing with those. So I'm just going to go straight through that fabric ruffle with my bulb pin and then just hang these on like that. So we've got 1 and 2. Oops, oh my goodness. Oh, I can't see. Again, I can't see. Oh, the amount of times I say I can't see. Still don't pull my glasses down. Right, this is probably dried now. So let me just fold that in so it stops kind of lingering around. Yeah, so I quite like that. Now, like I say, I've got this metal corner. Ooh. I feel like, you know, I do need something down here. Don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure whether this is the right piece, if I'm truthful. Ooh. But I just suddenly thought, oh, I wonder whether that might be the right piece here. Oh, I love how that looks there on the inside. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And actually, I've got these pin embellishments that we've also made recently. Let me see how that would be. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Just wondering whether this is too bulky to have on the inside. Because, yeah, I mean, I'd kind of really intended these to be more on the outside, you know, on a cover and things. But what do we think? I mean, that cover is getting quite full, isn't it? Quite full. Oh, this is just too tough. I can't quite decide. It does need something else in this corner or somewhere, because otherwise I feel like we've got almost like a T going on, which, you know, that's just a bit weird, isn't it? No one wants that going on. No, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's just, you know, not kind of pleasing to the eye, I think. So let's just have a quick look there. Not sure. I mean, it was very nice in here. Let me just try again and just see if I think this is kind of okay here or if it's like too bulky. It's not too bad, to be fair. You know, I thought perhaps it would be bulkier than it is. So, yeah, let's have this here. Now, then I'm wondering... wondering whether we could have a fabric pockets or a lace pocket. I've now kind of gone from the outside to the inside, so yes, I do apologise. I'm jumping around a bit, but you know what it's like. Sometimes you just think, oh, I'm just going to try it here, and then you know, you get kind of then waylaid trying it somewhere else. What about like that? Because then we could obviously use this as a big lace pocket. And then I was going to have this on the facing page, so let's just see how that would look. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. Quite nice. Wonder whether it needs a bit of ruffle or anything at the bottom. Could finish that off with a bit of ruffle. Let's do that. Okay, right, now. Need to be a bit careful here because I'm going to have to cut this down. So I'm just going to cut it across here. And then I'm going to have to cut it, you know, in terms of how wide it is, because it's a very, very wide piece of lace. And of course, I don't want it, you know, that full width. Just going to see what it would be like if I folded it instead of cut it. Because then we'd kind of have, well, we could actually have then two lace pockets if it would work like that. So let's just have a look. Because then we could have like a pocket here and a pocket here. Or are we getting, you know, too much going on? Let me just take that out again. Oh, it's so hard to decide sometimes, isn't it? You know. What have I done with that pin embellishment? Let's have have a look. So that's going to be on there, which I love, I have to say. That's just gorgeous. So let's just fold this back in and see again. Oops. So this would be like that. This would be running down the edge. Oops. And then this one like that. I can't help but feel like that's too much, to be honest. Even by my standards, that feels like it's too much. So I need to be seriously careful here and try and cut this down like this to get that large kind of overhang off. Now, it doesn't matter if it's not very straight, because obviously it's going to be covered by this ivory piece of lace. So, you know, that's all really handy that we're going in with another piece there. Okay, so let's put that down roughly where it's going to go. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one down. Now it wants to come in slightly by the looks of things. So yeah, let's just get that stuck down here. Whoops. Oh, it needs to be a bit higher. Okay. Like that. And then we're going to go over that with our lacy ribbon type piece. So, whoops. So what I might do is actually go along the length of the ribbon on the lace, if you see what I mean. So all this is some ribbon which I've dyed with some distress inks. It was, as you can probably see, that lime green and pink. So I've kind of distress inked it. Oops, struggling to keep this smooth. Distress inked it to dye it, and then I've just glued it along this length of this piece of lace, and it looks really pretty, doesn't it? And you know, got that vintage vibe going on now. So yeah, right, that's that. Now what I want to do here is obviously get this glued down so it's more pockety, and I think what I'm going to do is glue this ruffle on along that bottom bit. So this ruffle I'm hoping I'm going to put on, which will then glue the lace down. Or I suppose I could glue the lace down first. Yeah, probably doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, let's take this here. Oops. And we will just glue that down there like that. So I'm going to go in first and just glue this down along here like that. So just, you know, just so it's held in place a little bit, because it's going to make it a bit easier to work with. Okay, and then we're going to, yeah, have this piece here. So again, just going to add the glue direct to the ruffle and then glue the ruffle down. Ooh, come on. So like that. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, really like that. Okay, and then I've just got this little bit that's flapping around, so I can just put a touch of glue there to hold that bit in place there. Now, obviously the top's not glued, so I now need to glue the top down, which I'll just turn it round and do the top. So again, just want to kind of run some glue straight down that length, like that. Okay, looking good. And then I want to come in with my pin. What did I do with that pin? Oh, there it is. Okay, right. And I want to have the pin running this way down, you know, just because actually that's kind of then, you know, the logical way. So I'm going to cut this off here, this bit of fabric, only because the underside is kind of grey. I don't really want that kind of hanging out and showing on the other side of the cover, but I don't mind the rest of it overhanging, because you know the rest of it's kind of perfectly in keeping. So yeah, there we've made a lovely big lace pocket. We're just going to glue this down now. Oops. Like that. Okay. Yay. Just then touch that in there just to make sure it's, you know, really nicely glued. Nothing worse than your pieces then coming up, is there? So yeah, you don't want any of that going on. Okay. Oh, I love how that inside of that front cover looks. Like I say, I mean, we went a little bit off-piste there because I suddenly got distracted doing that. Right, let's go back now to the front, which was obviously what we were originally doing. Oops, I no longer have that piece, so I can't be mucking about with that anymore. Right. I don't really want that on there. I do have a little bit of this fabric ruffle. So again, obviously we've got that jabot, haven't we? So yeah, kind of thinking there. Because I want to cover this gap up, you know, I'm not happy with that gap showing, which was, you know, my fault because I cut the snippet roll down. But equally, I wasn't happy then covering up the snippet roll, although that said, I'm now covering up that section. So I guess, you know, either way I was going to cover up something, wasn't I? And then I've just got this metal corner, which, do we want that anywhere? I mean, to be honest, I don't actually know that it needs a metal corner now. I mean, I guess we could have the metal corner somewhere else. There's nothing really saying it has to be in the corner, is there? I mean, it could go there, couldn't it? Let me just stand this up. Not stand it up, but, you know, tip it up so that I can see. Or we could have it down here. I think I quite like this bit of ruffle here. I know that's weird because we've then got two bits of ruffle, which, you know, that is a bit strange, but they go quite nicely, to be fair. They kind of look quite good, I think. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Right, let's get this jabot stuck down. And actually, just before I glue it down, I'm going to just do this so that ruffle's stuck down there. Because obviously the bulk of that jabot is now going on to the ruffle, so I don't want to have a situation where it's flopping around, if you see what I mean. Because the jabot is quite heavy, it needs to be glued down properly. It can't be kind of just glued on some fabric that's floppy, because, you know, it's just going to kind of fall off, or, you know, just keep flopping about, really. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking this ruffle, and this is obviously the kind of little bit that we cut off just now, so it's quite good to be able to use that. I've got that metal corner. I'm struggling to think what I need to put here. I feel it does need something, but the question is what does it need? Let me just have a look. I've got those heart clustery things that we did a while back. Just wonder. We could have something like that on there. Oh, it's so tricky, isn't it? I don't know now. No, these are blue, which, no, we've got no blue going on in this journal, so I definitely don't want to kind of have blue on there. What else we've got? Sorry, I'm just quickly having a rummage through, you know, through my ready-made pieces, basically. Oh, we have got these. That's quite nice, isn't it? Could have that there. Just see. That's a shame because it doesn't quite fit now because of that snippet roll. And this is why you shouldn't glue things down straight away. No, honestly, I still maintain that gluing things down straight away is still helpful because you have got that starting point. So even like now, even though I'm kind of thinking, oh, that's a shame that I've glued it there, I'm still pleased that I did because, you know, otherwise I'd just be debating endlessly about what to put where. Whereas, you know, although it's now in the way, and I could have done with not sticking it on. It is, you know, it's kind of helpful because it's at least, I've at least got a starting point, haven't I? So yeah, no, that's a shame because that did look good there, but yeah, it just didn't quite fit, you know, unfortunately. So let's just have a quick look, see if I've got a smaller one. I've got this one, it's a bit smaller. Could have it like that. Do I just have too much stuff now, like going on all up here? Yeah, it's looking rubbish, isn't it? Sometimes, you know, it looks okay, and then I look in the camera screen and think, whoa, what am I thinking? That looks terrible. That's a bit what happened there. It's like, ooh, what's going on? Why am I thinking that looks okay? Because it blatantly does not look okay. Oh, I don't know what to put here. This is so annoying. Right, let me put those back. Hold on. Oh, come on. Something strike with some inspiration and it just help me along to find the perfect thing to have here. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. So yeah, this is one of those little lockets, which again, I've done a video making these Kardashian, I don't know how you pronounce them, to be honest. So yeah, perhaps I won't bother trying to pronounce that. Yes, I've made a video making these, but again, it may be that the video hasn't actually gone up yet. I mean, that's quite cute, isn't it? Or maybe on here. Whoops. On the ruffle. Oh, that looks quite cute. Maybe without the corner. Let's do that. Okay. So again, just going to glue this ruffle down here like that. Okay. And then this one, it's got that little loop, so it could be hung as a charm. I'm not hanging it as a charm, so I'm just going to cut that little bit off. Okay, so that I can then just put it down, you know, just glued on. There we go. So I'm just going to glue this down so this is flat, because again, you know, you don't want to glue anything heavy onto something that's flopping, if that makes sense. You know, you're just asking for trouble. Your bit's going to be flopping about and heavy. So yeah, that's not a good thing to do. All right. Popping that there. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? So the only other thing now that really I need to do is obviously glue this lace down, because obviously I hadn't really glued this down. We just kind of placed it there as a first, you know, initial stab. So I just need to now go in, whoops, and glue that down. So yeah, like that. Get that fabric glued. Right, let me check that that lace is now not flopping about. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Right. Yep, I'm much happier, I think, now. So, I mean, I'm saying still, I think. So clearly I'm still feeling like there's one, you know, something missing. But, I mean, I could put a book plate or something like that on here, which I might do, you know, a bit later if I kind of feel it needs it. What's happened to my other charm? Oh, where's my other charm gone? I put 2 charms on there, didn't I? Oh, I don't know where that's gone. Oh, it's there. Oh, right, let me again put my glasses on, because otherwise I'm just clueless to be able to actually see what I'm doing here. Right, let's quickly put this on. Well, who knows what's gone on with this. It's now attached itself. Oh, look, it's broken. The hook's broken. Oh, that's such a shame. Well, perhaps that wasn't a hook in the first place. Maybe it was just a, I don't know. I don't know. Let me pull in that packet again, because there was a second one of those. So I don't know whether it's broken or whether it just was a hook on piece in the first place. Let's just quickly see, because I thought that would look very cute. Oh yeah, look, it's broken because the other one's got an actual hook. So, right. And that's fine, because I can still, you know, I can cut that hook bit off and I can just glue that onto something. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'll just then, oops, hook the new one on. Like that. Okay, there we go. So that's our cover. Yeah, really happy with it, actually. It looks really, really pretty. I mean, it is very, woo, very full. Has lots of stuff going on, but I really like that. I think it's, you know, it's interesting when it has lots of things going on. So I hope you like it, and yeah, maybe it's inspired you. The back I will leave plain. I will just put one of my little Handmade by Shabbydabbydoodah labels down there, but I will probably leave the back completely plain and won't put anything else on there. So yeah, but I think, you know, I think that looks good. So I hope that you like it, and maybe it's inspired you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.